Can you check to see if it's straight on there? Thank you.
Gonna love ya like no one could. Make your heart feel the way it should. I'm gonna hold ya when no one would. 'Cause I swear you deserve so
good. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today is officially 2 years and 3 months I've been in the military, in the Navy that is, but it feels like I've done my whole 4 years. But anyways, I want to get into 15 things that I've learned from being in the military so far. Number one, if you're on time, you're late. It is common courtesy in the military to arrive between 15 to 10 minutes early. That's so you're prepped and so you're up to date, and it just shows professionalism that you're ready for work and you're on time and you're doing what you need to do to be the best sailor that you can be. The second thing that I've learned since I've been in the Navy is to just keep swimming. It's going to be hard days, it's going to be bad days, you're going to have an attitude, you're going to have all these different personalities coming from across the world. We have people enlist in the military that's from different countries. So keep going. You're going to see better days and you'll get through it. It's going to be tough days. You're going to be tired, but just find little pieces of joy wherever you can. So maybe that's like a Starbucks coffee, which I definitely partake in all the time. I love me some Starbucks, and also Red Bulls, or if you have someone that you get along with, just try to find pieces of them everywhere that you go. If some people have like the pictures of their girlfriends in their covers. Some people just have little reminders of things that make them happy. So just keep swimming. The third thing that I've learned being in the Navy is to just do it anyways. It's always last minute plans made in the military. So what you need to do is just go ahead and do it anyways. It's going to be better that way. And if you go ahead and get through it, not have an attitude about doing something, get it done. The sooner you're done with it, the sooner it's over. So just go ahead and do it anyways. The fourth thing I've learned in the Navy is to listen. You never know what you're going to get out of something. So we have a lot of meeting, informational, boring context, but just listen the best way you can. I'm really big on notes. So any meeting, I'm going to be taking notes. I have all hands evolutions, because you never know the type of information that's going to be put out. You don't know how it could benefit you personally. We have sources with American Red Cross, basically in most realms, that a lot of people don't take all the benefits that we do have available to us. We have like new instructions put out all the time. So you never know how that can benefit you. I had a chance to meet with the Secretary of the Navy, meet in my school, and he's trying to implement any ways that dogs can be involved with us sailors, because they know that dogs aren't just pets, but they're actually parts of your family. So always listen for all those new key upcoming ideas that are going to be put out for the Navy. But the fifth thing that I've learned in the Navy is there's help everywhere, but you have to ask or you have to look. As I said in the previous point, there's help everywhere. The person next to you is going to have some knowledge about something. Service members, we have so many benefits and we get so many discounts that I didn't even know of. So just make sure you're making those connections with whoever you come in contact with, so you can learn a new thing or something more to enhance yourself. Sixth thing that I've learned in the Navy is nobody cares about your career more than you do. So if you're supposed to be getting advanced, getting more money, you're going to have to take the initiative and you're going to have to put in the work to either ask those questions or listen to whenever it's time for you to take the advancement test, or whenever the time frame is for you to be getting that together, because nobody else is going to be like, hey, like, aren't you supposed to be a first class by now? That's definitely your job. And if something's not right on your pay and you need to be making more money, you should be accountable and be responsible for looking up your own things. The seventh thing I've learned is that it is possible to accomplish your goals, and that's all back to networking and reaching out. The eighth thing I've learned in the Navy is that I actually learned so much more from people that's younger than me. Their minds are so fresh and poignant that they have so much more to offer than somebody that's old and I want to say set in their ways. But the younger generations, they gotta come and they have that ambition. They have that like new refreshment of it's possible. It's possible that you can do this, and they have so much stamina to go ahead and achieve what they want, and they just know all the little knick-knack. I feel like me, sometimes I overlook. So in the military, I've learned so much for younger people. They fold better than me, they iron better than me, and we just help each other. I have like that mature knowledge, and they have like their younger They're younger mindset, focused, goal driven usually. Some of them, most of them are if they're in the military. Another thing I've learned in the Navy is to just ask. If you do not understand something, if something is not absolutely clear to you, just ask, and it doesn't hurt to ask. So my experience from not asking was in boot camp when my RDC yelled at me because she was like, you didn't know that was there to, I guess, search bombs, make bombs. So I've learned to ask any questions that's unclear to me, any instruction, any direction. If you don't know, just ask. I've learned in the Navy is to being perfect isn't a thing, but you just have to take a hit and keep going. So in boot camp, the intentions are to find something wrong so that you know that it's always something to improve, so that you're always on your P's and Q's, so that you're always working to be the best that you can. But the goal is to not be perfect, but to make sure that you're always striving to be the best. I hope that makes sense. It took me a while to finally get that. So we're just taught to take a hit and keep going. Number 11, you can't do it alone. So the big motto is one team, one fight. If one person is dressed a certain way, everybody needs to be dressed a certain way. So it's all about uniformity. It's all about togetherness. It's all about being succinct and working as a team. And that's something that I learned early on because I've always valued togetherness, family, like just being cohesive and connection. And so that's something really big in the military. We have to do everything together. We eat together, sleep together, we're on deployments together, on the ship together, or one operation cannot succeed without another counterpart on the ship. So that's something really big. One team, one fight. The 12th thing is always be on your P's and Q's. People are always watching you. It's someone always listening. It's sailors, people everywhere. So always be on your P's and Q's, look your best, try your best, and sometimes you get tired, but that's when you need to reach out and speak to people. But always be on your P's and Q's, okay? Because somebody is looking, somebody's watching, and they're going to tell somebody else, and then it's going to be a whole thing. So do your best to be sharp, to be actively listening, to be on point. So the 13th thing is build those connections. So building connections and networking is so important in the military. It's so important in life. When you meet someone, find out their contact information. Maybe you might meet them later on. Sometimes people have more inklings to places that you want to be. So it is so important to make connections, make positive connections with as many people as you can so that it can take you to the places that you are meant to be. So don't burn bridges in the military. Our network is really small, and it's said that the military members are 1% of the population. So it is already a really small network. So try your best to just make positive connections, have resources so that you can have help, so that people are willing to be okay with helping you when you do reach out for questions or you need something done. That's super important. Number 14. With this one, it really hit home, and I kind of just learned it this year in 2023, is it doesn't get easier. It doesn't. I promise you, you're still tired. But the thing is, you get better with handling the pressure, with handling everything. And it's not like we shouldn't live our lives like I have to be unhappy or I have to be depressed, but you get better with handling it. So if you hear some bad news, you know that you have a family where you can reach out to, and you know that you have people that have your back and your best interest. Like the military, when people go through things, they try their best to support you, but they don't know if you don't speak your mind. So that's something so important. It gets easier, I promise. Like it's days where you have night watch from 2:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. and then you do your work day all the way up until I want to say 1400, and then that's when you can go home. But during that, you're just like, man, forget these meetings. Like I don't want to clean, I don't want to do nothing. But the best thing is have like some type of routine set up. Like, okay, well, I'm getting off at 8:30. I'm gonna have someone go get me Dunkin', have like a quiet time, and then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into work. I'm gonna fix myself up a little bit and just make sure you have a positive outlet. The 15th thing I've learned in the Navy is bad days are bound to happen. And I think that's with every job, but I wanted to add this in here because one day you'll be so high off of happiness and just feeling grateful. And then the next moment, actually, it can just go downhill and somebody could just annoy you, or a lot of things could happen all at once. So it's bound that bad days are going to happen. But what you have to do is just keep swimming. Okay, guys, thank you so much for listening to me rant, and I hope you got something from that. So don't forget to subscribe and like, and let me know if you have any questions, and share this video. I'm always open to feedback, and I'm open to just helping you expand, and anything you want to know about the Navy, I'm here to help. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Straight to a penthouse, Miami Beach. Talk crazy on tweets. They don't want it cause I come to defeat. I peep, these niggas all sweet. Bamboo sticks all in the